people, and by party people, I mean people sitting on your couch 6 feet apart from each other. I hope you all had your show snacks, ice cream, chips, hummus if you're feeling spicy. I personally have been obsessed with brownies recently. But choose your weapon and sit back and relax. My name is Alexa Hendrickson and welcome to my virtual cabaret. You may remember me from Holiday Follies this past year, Mamma Mia, Polka Dots. Today I am doing a dream roll cabaret. I am looking at 6 different dream rolls, and that is not by any means my entire list, but there are 6 pretty good ones. So first up we have No One Else from Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. That musical is based on the Tolstoy novel War and Peace. It premiered on Broadway back in 2016, and it had the most Tony nominations for that season, coming in at 12 nominations, but it only won 2 Tonys for scenic design and lighting design. I think they were robbed, if you ask me. The choreography was amazing. The show just itself, it was really beautiful. And another cool part about this show was that it was completely immersive, which is, very uncommon for like a Broadway show. This was definitely one of those shows that I just left the theater like in tears because of how beautiful it was. But this song, again, is No One Else. It is sung by the character Natasha, who is the female lead of the show. In this song, Natasha is singing about her fiance, Andre, who has left to go to the war. First time I heard your voice, moonlight burst into the room, and I saw your eyes, and I saw your smile, and the world opened wide, and the world was inside of me, and I catch my breath, and I laugh and blush, and I hear guitar. So good for me. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh, the moon. Oh, your childlike eyes and your distant smile. I'll never be this happy again, you and no one else. We've done this all before. We were angels once, don't you remember? Such joy and life inside our souls, and nobody knows, just you and me. It's our secret. This winter sky. Tight as possible and fly. simply forgot. Next up is What Bacon Can Do from Waitress the Musical, which was composed by Sarah Bareilles, and it's based off of the 2007 movie with the same name. This character is Jenna, and she has recently found out that she is pregnant with the child of her abusive husband, and she's trying to decide what she wants to do. Make it work, make it easy, make it clever, craft it into pieces, make it sweet, crimp the edges, or make it sour and serve with lemon wedges. Even doubt can be delicious, and it washes off of all the dirty dishes. When it's done, I can smile. It's on someone else's plate for a while. I'll place it on display, and then I'll slice and serve my worries away. I can fix this, I can twist it into sugar butter covered pieces. Never mind what's underneath it, I have done it before. I'll bake me a door to help me get through. I learned that from you, Mama. It's amazing what baking can do. Make it up and surprise them. Tell them all my secrets, but disguise them so they dance on the tongues of the very people they're secret from. Make it soon, make it better. Oh, better never lasts forever. I'll make it small so it fits. Even this, even now, even as the walls come tumbling down, even as I can't stop remembering how every door we ever made, we never once walked out. Something I never got the chance to ask her about. So with flour on my hands, I'll show them all how goddamn happy I am. Sugar, butter, flour, don't let me down. Let's see the next amazing thing baking does now. Moving along, next up we have Before It's Over from Dogfight. Dogfight follows the unlikely love story between Rose, a waitress in a small town, and Eddie, a Marine. Eddie and his buddies decide they're going to have a dogfight party, where they each invite the ugliest girl they can find to the party as their date, and they each have to put $50 into a pot, and whoever has the ugliest date wins the pot at the end of the night. Eddie takes Rose as his date, and Rose eventually realizes what's happening and has a horrible night. But Eddie ends up feeling horrible about everything, and he comes back and apologizes. And Rose eventually comes around and they start hanging out. They spend the night together before the next morning Eddie is shipped out to Vietnam. Rose sings the song on one of their dates, walking over the Golden Gate Bridge. I love the show because I think the music is absolutely beautiful. It was composed by Paskin Paul, who also did Dear Evan Hansen. That's one of their more popular shows. But it also just has a really great message to it. This song in particular has been really stuck in my mind a lot recently because I'm about to graduate from college, And if you start listening to the lyrics, especially at the end, you will see how that really relates to what I'm going through right now. About to leave what I've known for the last 4 years and move to New York City to try and take on this beast of a career. But this song reminds me that as much as I would love to go back and relive some memories, I really just have to keep pushing forward because there is still just so much to do and so little time to do it. An awkward girl with her guitar, keeping to herself. Friday nights alone with the records on her shelf. A waitress pouring ginger ale and Coke. Someone you ask out as a joke. I've been that girl who fades away, accepting what I've got, stuck in what I am and everything I'm not. I've only seen this tiny world I'm in, where I can only be what I've been. See a world, beautiful and strange, spinning off somewhere, saying meet me there. Look how fast it runs away, singing follow close and reach for me. See that you've got so much more to be before it's over. Before it's over. I can't go write another song. I'm too afraid to play or dream how things could change, but only see what's in my way. Can't go back to what I was before, now that I can see so much more. See a world, beautiful and strange, on a one-way track, and it won't come back. Look how fast it runs away, singing follow close and reach for me. See that you've got so much more to be before it's over. I've never even knew a world was waiting. Somehow something awful made that world appear. Maybe this sounds crazy, but I'm happy that it happened. Happy that I came. Happy that I'm here. I can see a world, beautiful and strange. Can you see it too? It's so close, don't let it get away. There's so much to do before it's over. Next up is Ireland from Legally Blonde, the musical. This song is sung by Paulette in the show. I have actually played Paulette before, but it was back in high school, my senior year, and I would love to do it again eventually with a professional company when I'm at a more appropriate age for the role. But I absolutely love Paulette. I think she is so stinking funny, and she's not funny in the way that a lot of other female characters are, where they're either just psychotic funny or dumb funny. She's just straight up funny, which is a little different from her character in the movie because Paulette in the movie is a little bit of dumb funny, but Paulette in the musical is just like no filter hilarious. In this scene, Elle has just come into the hair salon and wants to become a brunette. And Paulette says, "Elle, do you know the #1 reason behind all bad hair decisions? Love." Here is Ireland. You're lost without your love. Your heart is on the floor. I can help you, I've been there before. When I need to relax, I just put on some tracks from this CD I bought for the store. Isn't that relaxing? It's called Celtic Moot. When I'm lonely or feeling dejected, I play this and it never fails. I pretend like I'm in Ireland with Enya and the whales. Woo! When my telephone gets disconnected or I spend every night alone, I pretend like I'm in Ireland where the Irish bagpipes drone. Smell the grass as a rainstorm is ending. People smile while I stroll past their farms with a red-headed sailor named Brendan, and we dance without moving our arms. Oh, in a bar once I met this guy Dewey, and he bought me like 14 beers, and he told me that he was from Ireland, so I lived with him 10 years. If I squinted, he looked like my sailor through my boozy delusional fog, but he dumped me for some slut named Kayla, took my trailer and took my dog. In Ireland they know how to love you. You embrace in the misty Irish breeze, and if your Irish boy tires up you, you're allowed to shoot him in the knees. Hey, you look like that poster for Ireland, long blonde hair and that sweet sunny face. Oh no wait, that's the poster for Sweden. Oh screw it, I'll never see either place. But a girl sweet as you has a future. You have hope as each new day dawns. Girls like you always get to see Ireland. Give my love to the leprechauns. This next song is Back to Before from Ragtime. This character is named Mother. It is the turn of the 20th century and her husband, Father, has just left for an expedition to the North Pole. While he is gone, she finds a black newborn baby in her garden, and the police show up with the mother. But instead of trying to have her arrested or anything, she decides to take her in and take full responsibility for what happened. That kind of sets off this whole sequence of events that kind of relate to racism in America. It covers issues on immigration and just kind of all things politics for that time. Evelyn Nesbit shows up. Emma Goldman gives some speeches. Eventually, Father returns and is shocked at what's happening, but he assures his wife that everything will return back to normal. This song is her response to that. There was a time our happiness seemed never ending. I was so sure that where we were heading was right. Life was a road so certain and straight and unbending. Our little road with never a crossroad in sight. Back in the days when we spoke in civilized voices, women in white and sturdy young men at the oar. Back in the days when I let you make all my choices. We can never go back to before. There was a time my feet were so solidly planted. You'd sail away and I turned my back to the sea. I was content, a princess asleep and enchanted. If I had dreams, then I let you dream them for me. Back in the days when everything seemed so much clearer, women in white who knew what their lives had in store. Where are they now, those women who stared from the mirror? We can never go back to before. There are people out there unafraid of revealing that they might have a feeling, or they might have been wrong. There are people out there unafraid to feel sorrow, unafraid of tomorrow, unafraid to be weak, unafraid to be strong. There was a time when you were the person in motion. I was your wife, it never occurred to want more. You were my sky, my moon, and my stars, and my ocean. We can never go back to before. We can never go back to before. This last song is a little lesser known. Have you ever heard of a show called Wicked? This next song is Defying Gravity, sung by the character Elphaba in the show Wicked. I actually would love to be Glinda or Elphaba, but I am 5'10", so Elphaba seems to make more sense. Kristen Chenoweth is 4'11" after all. But that doesn't mean I couldn't be an understudy or something for Glinda. But I do love Elphaba and her song she gets to sing. And how cool would it be to get painted green 8 times a week? In this song, Elphaba has just realized that the wizard is behind some pretty horrible things that are happening, and she wants to get revenge. She puts a spell on a broom, and she starts to fly. Here is Defying Gravity. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leap. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. I'm through accepting limits, 'cause someone says there's some things I cannot change, but till I try I'll never know. Too long I've been afraid of losing love, I guess I lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. I'd sooner buy defying gravity. Kiss me goodnight. I'm defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves the chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in Reno. And nobody in all the forest, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Well, I had a blast tonight. I don't know about you, but I did. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for taking that journey with me through all of my dream roles. And thank you for supporting artists and theaters during this tough time. I hope you all stay happy and healthy, and I can't wait to be back in the mountains with you all very soon. Bye!